Watch out. Bro, that was fire, fam. Was it so bad? Bro, the sound's on. Come on.
Come on.
Guy's on his phone and that.
Slacking, can't remember.
Yo, I got something for you stuff.
I would like that America experience. Like, go over there and see like if I like it or not. I feel like it's an experience that you need to have.
Okay.
Like, especially because I feel like women football in America is bigger than here.
Is it?
It's big. Yeah. So I would like to like experience that, and obviously if I don't like it, I can always come back. But I feel like it's definitely an experience that I would like to do. So there's training camps, and then you have like a fixture camp. Okay. I've always been on the training camps. So you'd go there for like 3 days, 4 days. St. George's Park, train every day. But I've never like played like a country yet, so that's something that I would want to do one day if I keep going. Then, but I think it is also important to have like the friends that are around you to have the same kind of goals, because that respect. Or like I can't go out this Friday because I've got a game the next day. So like the friends that respect that and know that okay, yeah, she can't do that. So like having the friends that have the same goals, that have football, like we can go out, but obviously we've got training the next day or later today. So we know when to have fun, but we know when to like work hard and put the work in.
People, you know what time it is. It's the One Devotion. You're now watching the Daily Devotion podcast, live and direct. As you said, like, Shen's only 16, you know, and, like, who's
the oldest player on, like, the age? She's, like, in her 30s. Yeah, so, you know, you are the youngest player in the first squad, aren't you? So even that in itself is an achievement, but I'm more excited to see like where she's going to be at in her 20s and her 30s. Do you know what I mean? Like she's going to be like playing for like, you know, bigger teams like by then. And it's just, I'm excited to be on this journey with her. Like it's just exciting. So yeah, definitely good things to come.
It's exciting to see, and I'm so grateful. I'm so glad, because I'm going to be honest, like a lot of people think they are above their station because they are doing remarkable things. Mm. And it's not always that. I think it's availability. I think it's, you know, profile. And I think a lot of it is just being comfortable, you know, to come down and have a chat. But the way you obviously just come through, I'm shouting bliss, like, oh, make it happen, innit?
No, absolutely.
Just make it happen. And the Shen popped up to like, yeah, I spoke to Mrs. Yeah, I'm down, I'm ready. It's good to go. It's like,
got to make it happen.
Made it happen, and I'm talking within the space of a week. It's like towards the end of October now, and I've loved having you here, fam. So,
but equally, like we've loved being here. Like you are, you know. To me, I can't sing your praises enough. Like you already know, like I feel like you are amazing. Like you are 1 in a million. You have a heart of gold and you are willing to help anyone. So us being here and having her first podcast with you, like it's just equally as special. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, thank you for having us.
No, I'll give thanks because it's so important to, you know, showcase what's really going on in the workings, because a lot of people will see it and think, you know, it's been riding in the park, it's been smooth sailing, and it hasn't.
Yeah.
And as you said earlier, it was literally, it went from I might let it go to working hard and being at Bramall Lane now with, like, you know, ultras that have been in the game for years, like ahead of your time, you know, talking about, you know, where you would be in 5-10 years. Like, what are your goals, dreams within the sport, first and foremost?
I would like that America experience. like go over there and see like if I like it or not. I feel like it's an experience that you need to have.
Okay.
Like, especially because I feel like women football in America is bigger than here.
Is it?
Yeah.
Didn't even
big.
know.
Yeah. So I would like to like experience that, and obviously if I don't like it, I can always come back. But I feel like it's definitely an experience that I would like to do.
So like, are there a lot of, because in football, a move can work for someone that might not work for somebody else. Are there a lot of players who you know, like who you've played against, who have had that American experience and then been picked from?
Yeah, there's been players from United that are still there now that have gone to America and enjoying it. And I feel like it just what me to help me to like want to do it even more.
Do me a favour. Sorry, just turn up my. No, chef. Turn up my. Yeah. That's it. Go on, please.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Obviously, you have come to see Chenè at Romelu, which was obviously amazing. But how did you feel like watching her play, like in that moment?
Proud. I was very proud because I feel like, you know, we've grew up together, but I've seen, you know, you predominantly more than I've seen Chenè. But I know that, look, it's still a sister. You know, you've always been, you know, lauded, worshipped. Everybody's proud of you. Everybody loves you. And I've always had just that inclination to see what go on. You know, I seen the shirt, the photo, I was like, all right, cool. Obviously, as we said earlier, the big news about your contracts, I was like, okay, cool. But I've not watched the game at Bamalayan for years, do you know what I mean? And I've never ever watched the women's team. And just to know that family is in there, starting, do you know what I mean? Was it against Leicester? Or...
No, was it? Who was it? Was it Bristol?
I think it might have been Bristol.
He won them 2-0.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just so proud. I was happy. And I remember getting there like, bitch, like you coming? I was like, yeah. And I was by myself just to take in the whole experience. And he did really, really well. Like, started, as you're saying, it's the physicality, the pace it's different. And he held you on out there. Really held you on. And then obviously in the second half, I sat with mum, dad, you know, Brina, sister, Ains, and the babbies. And I seen the shirt, you know, Muir on the back. Everybody's, you know, proud and wearing it. I'm thinking, yo, I need a one shirt. I'm going to get a shirt. I'm going to be back. I was due to come on Sunday, but you know what, I was up a bit late. But I will be back supporting them. I've been through Paris. Just long may it continue from. Just stay focused as you are, as a person, collected, calm, humble, well spoken, beautiful, you know, funny. Yeah, and it's always like, look at your sister, man. She keeps herself to herself. She works hard, you know, does the things that are going to help her reach the next level. Even though it's different, the same can be applied, you know. And as you speak about your aspirations to, you know, play in America and do all them things, do that from. Do you know what I mean? Like, you said to yourself, I'm going to level up and you leveled up. So what else can you do if you say to yourself again, do you know what, I'm going to go to America? You'll be there, you know. Have you got an aspiration to play for like England, England or them things there? Or?
I used to go to England camps.
Okay.
When I was younger. And my last camp was like a couple months ago. England camp, St George's Park.
Sick.
And don't forget to mention you are on call for England. So, you know, in the next couple of weeks, you could be flying out to Portugal to play for them.
So, explain this England camps thing. Like, are you playing against teams in Europe? Like, what? Like, explain how that works.
So there's training camps and then you have like a fixture camp.
Okay.
I've always been on the training camps.
Yeah.
So you'd go there for like 3 days, 4 days. St. George's Park, train every day. But I've never like played like a country yet. So that's something that I would want to do one day. If I keep going, then.
So it's mad because now, so in training camps, yeah, you have a group from, say, United, Sheffield United, and then another group from your Arsenals, your Man Cities, your Chelseas. Are there, like, first of all, have you got any friends in other clubs who you play against? You're like, yeah, what, go on.
Yeah.
And is there a significant level between, like, all the different clubs? Like, is there where it's, we're playing City now. Is it still, is Manchester City or is it still kind of level, if you know what I mean?
Yeah, I've got friends from like Arsenal, Man City, all over. But like when you come to camp, there's this sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, sick. So
And
you
like,
have to match. You have to like. I will walk in with my Sheffield United kit on, and then someone over there's got Arsenal, and it's like. Yeah, I've got Sheffield United on, but it's still like levels.
It's still levels, but it's still very competitive.
Yeah.
Wow. And you stay there overnight? Or
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for like 3 days.
But are you able to to mix like after like the games, your fixtures, or the people stay in their own kind of factions?
So you'd have like a roommate.
Okay.
So like you might train in the morning, and then you'll have like downtime, and like you'll all eat together. You like be in each other's rooms, do activities together. So you all like mingle, and that's how I made friends at camp.
Sick.
That I still talk to now.
All you blue ticked, all you verified people are just mixing and mingling. But it's nice because it's community. And like I feel like a lot in football, it's like the teams cannot replicate what they do on a weak kind of level because everybody plays different style of play. And I think the Lionesses really captured that vibe of, all right, then you're Chelsea, I'm Arsenal, you're Manchester City, but we as a collective can be levels.
Yeah.
So Portugal could be on the horizon as well.
Hopefully, like, I get to go abroad and play, like, countries. But I feel like if I still keep going at it, then I will get to that point.
100%. I'm saying you get called up. You're 16 now, that's what I'm saying, it's mad. It's absolutely crazy. He puts a lot of emphasis on mindset, Have you got any sort of
Yeah, I wanted to ask, because you already seem like you've really got like a growth mindset. You've had this since you've been playing football since 5, 6. I just wanted to know, like, from your own understanding, it's like, if you could tell us, like, what do you think contributed to you having a mindset like this? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, what factors contributed to you kind of having this growth set mindset?
I feel like it's definitely that step up from academy to first team. I feel like my mind had to be a bit more like mature, like interviews, and I had to like speak properly. So yeah, I feel like it's definitely from being in the academy to the step up in the first team.
Okay. And when we talk about your parents, how do you think they contributed to your dreams and goals? I know you kind of mentioned it a bit more, but when we talk about the mental mind, what kind of things were they feeding your mind? I'm not asking difficult questions, but what kind of things did your parents feed your mind to kind of allow you to kind of have this mindset, things like that?
Just telling me to like, obviously, like, if whatever you put your mind to, that you can achieve. Like, definitely, like, that's one of my dad's phrases. Like, obviously, I like to like go out and stuff, so it was kind of with me do I want to do that or do I want to
Be more.
go with the football? And I was at that stage at one point, like, but I'd rather go out like on a Friday night but if I've got a game on the Saturday, then I can't do that. So I was like getting frustrated. I was to my dad. He was like, if you really want this footballing thing, then it's either one or the other. And he was like, you make that decision. What if you want to go out or if you want to like focus and go with the football, then you choose. And I feel like I've made that decision.
Yeah, I have to salute your dad for that because he didn't force you to work and he gave you the choice. What do you want to achieve for yourself? And I've seen a lot of people growing up where people playing for Rotherham Academy, Sheffield, they gave up that dream just to go out on their weekends with their friends. And I can tell you now, when they look back now, was it worth it?
Wow. Yeah.
It wasn't worth it at all. So I definitely respect you that so much for giving me the option for you to make your own choice in life, to be honest.
Definitely.
Because either way, everybody would have loved it the same way and been proud of it the same way. It's just, it's what makes you feel alive. If you go out, it might be just for that moment.
Yeah.
You know, but
why is that gonna get me?
You know
like, if I'm gonna go out. But I think it is also important to have like the friends that are around you to have the same kind of goals, because that respect, or like, I can't go out this Friday because I've got a game the next day. So like the friends that respect that and know that, okay, yeah, she can't do that. So like having the friends that have the same goals, that have football, like we can go out, but obviously we've got training the next day or later today. So we know when to have fun, but we know when to like work hard and put the work in.
Accountability at 16 is what I'm saying. Like having people, that is such an essential point there, because having people who can hold you accountable, come on, Shen, like, shouldn't be. Come on, man, like, it's that time tomorrow. Come on. Instead of becoming junior, all right, maybe one.
Yeah. Just come, like, it's only a game. Like.
Just come. And I'm sure that you will hold them accountable for their actions just as much. And that's important to have around you.
Yeah.
We always ask this question as our final question. I think it's not difficult to ask because of your age, but it's like, because you've shown so much wisdom, it still needs to run. And that is what, and you're only 16, is what I'm saying. She is only 16 and she's got this understanding of life. You know, what advice would you give to a younger self, like either you or maybe another younger person?
Definitely, if you have goals, don't let anyone or anything get in the way of you wanting to achieve your goals. I feel like that's key. Like, there's so much things that can influence you, like around you, to stop you from wanting to achieve certain things. I feel like just stay focused. Obviously, you're gonna have days where you don't feel like wanting to do, like, I didn't want to play football at one point. You're gonna have those days, but it's how you get over it and how you overcome it is what is most important. And I feel like people around you is what would help you to do that, and especially yourself. Like, if you're strong-minded, then you're gonna find it easy to overcome barriers that are gonna get in your way.
Look at that. Gold dust. Gold dust. Do you know what, Chenè? I'm proud of you. I love you. You are incredible, beautiful, talented, you know, confident, humble, you know, wise. You have all the ingredients that it requires, you know, to excel, in life as a person, which we know you will continue to do that. You know, thank you for just flexing with us, man, and just, like, at times the process can seem very serious, but it's really not. And just having you here just to kick back, you know, just chill, crack joke, tight sissy. Excuse me. Thank you.
Thank
for
you.
just for that. And I'll be at your next game, the next home game, which is when?
My next 4 games are away, so I feel like probably next month.
Next month, yeah, and the next month. Yeah, man, I'm down. P. Any last word, bro?
Documenting greatness.
Documenting greatness. This is what we're doing. It's documenting the greatness within individuals, and there you have it. Chenè Muir. Chenè Muir.
Thanks for inviting me.
Man, it's love, man. It's love. Each and every time. And you know what? We're going to do this in a few years. We're going to do this in a few years. It'll be interesting to see where you are, the growth, the mindset, you know, everything. So, give time.
I think in a few years, that's what I'm going to ask you. Tell me your 3 books. I would recommend you read.
Yeah.
I'm not going to ask you now, but in 3 years, in a few years,
We'll get to that. This guy of books. But yeah, daily devotion, one devotion, alongside incredible guest in Chenè Muir, alongside Paris up north, and alongside Shani Bliss. Love squadship. Yeah, there. Yo! Gas, you know. No, gas.